Letitia, it's been a long time. I have something I'd like to ask you, so I'm wondering if now's an okay time?
Oh, well, if it isn't my little sister Blanca. The one that had her boyfriend stolen by me back in college and then ran back home to her parents crying and then ran off to never come back to us for 7 years. I remember you.
I understand that I've not come home for a very long time now, but I've still kept in touch with Mom and Dad. And the only reason I moved out of the house back then is because I was already planning on living on my own. And what you did to me was just going on at the same time. And as for that man you said you stole from me, he wasn't my boyfriend anymore, and we had already cut ties to one another before you started to date him.
Huh?
I told you time and time again to never go out with that man because he was bad news. But you never listened to me and kept saying that I was trying to keep him to myself and that you were so glad you were able to get him from me.
Huh?
Stop trying to act like you never heard any of that from me. I was never planning on going back out with that man, and the reason for that was pretty clear to me, and I'm sure clear to you now as well.
What are you talking about?
Don't you remember how you were only ever able to go out with him on Fridays? Well, that's because you were only his Friday girl.
What the heck is a Friday girl?
You don't know? There's 5 days during the week, before the weekend, Monday through Friday. And he happened to have a girl for every day of the week that he'd go out with. And he'd do that every week, going back to his Monday girl when the week started again.
What?
Sorry, we got a little off topic there. Now, Letitia, right now you're with my husband, Aaron, right?
Huh?
Coming over to my place to make out with him in my bed is absolutely gross, so I'd like for the two of you to stop that right now.
So you found out, huh?
Well, you got that one right.
Well, I guess that sucks, but at least now I don't really need to explain much. But unlike last time, this time I'm actually going to be stealing your man from you, and I'm not going to let him get away from me after. However, what makes this time even more different is that Aaron is married to you.
Well, you're right about that as well.
And one other thing. Just one other thing. I have something to tell you regarding me being with your husband now, and it's the perfect time for this.
What?
I'm pregnant with Aaron's baby.
Huh?
I think the day that he and I first got together was the day he got me pregnant, since we didn't have any protection then. But I'm sure that's a shock to you, since for the longest time now you've been trying for a baby, yet never got pregnant. So I'm sorry that I'll be the one carrying his kid now. I'm saying that I'm sorry that on our first try, we were able to make a baby together and didn't even have to try. And it seems that Aaron has been wanting a baby for so long now, right? Well, I don't think he'll ever be happy with a defect like you, so I'll be getting married to him now.
So this is how you learned about us having trouble making a baby? I see. Well, he and I have been talking to one another for a little while now about getting a divorce and all that comes with it.
Really?
Every single day, he'd blame me for being the reason I could never get pregnant, and it has started to really wear me down a bit. And recently, I just don't feel like being his wife anymore.
What the heck is up with that?
Well, this is all great news for you two. Congrats on getting pregnant with him.
Huh? Are you kidding me right now? You have no right being happy about us right now. I'm the one that's won, and you should not be happy about any of that.
And if that's what you want to think, then go right ahead and keep thinking that you've won. But be aware that I will be getting a settlement from the two of you, so don't dilly-dally on that.
Sure, whatever. It seems to me that Aaron is going to be paying for me as well, so you can ask for however much money you'd like from us. I mean, the guy's making around $1 million a year, so he's got the money to pay you off.
I see. So that's why you ended up wanting to steal him from me then.
Blanca, I'm sure you've already heard about us from your older sister, but everything she said was right. I've become a dad now, and I need to be responsible for the baby. And not just that, but I've also fallen in love with Letitia now. So there's nothing more you can do to get me to stay with you.
Hold on a second. I understand that we've been married for 3 years now, and you and I have been unsuccessful at having a baby together. But remember that just a little while before, you and I went in and took a fertility test at the clinic nearby? Right now, we're waiting on the results of that test, right? So what are we going to do about that?
Well, about that. As you can see, me getting your sister pregnant pretty much means that I'm not the one with the problem, so I guess it means you're the unlucky one in all of this, so sorry.
Are you really sure that you getting her pregnant is the right thing to base the answer off of?
I have a very good reason to doubt me being the one that's infertile. So I think I'll stick with the answer being that you're the one with the issues.
Is that so? All right then. But when I get the results from those tests, you don't need to hear about them from me, right? I'm okay to keep that all to myself?
Well, I already know that I'm not the one with the problems, so I don't care to listen to you tell me that you are infertile. And besides, I'm going to be the one paying you for a settlement anyway for being with your sister now, so you can go ahead and just stop talking to me from now on. I've already been given the okay from your parents, so I don't need to hear from you later that you want me back.
I'm sure that my parents aren't okay with what's going on here. Rather, they don't want your kid growing up in a messed up family without a father, so they're letting you stay with her for the baby's sake.
Well, what difference does that make? All that really matters to me now is if that baby is going to be a boy or a girl, and I can't wait to find out.
I see. Well, I'm going to ask for a lawyer to help with the divorce papers and the settlement, so you can wait to hear things from them and handle things.
Sounds good. I'll be waiting.
Blanca! Thank you so much for getting divorced from Aaron. So now, starting today, he is officially my man and nobody can touch him. I'm sure you've already gotten the money from him, right? Well, if you have, that means we can stop talking about all of this now.
I feel as though there might still be things to talk about later, but who cares, right? By the way, I'm pretty surprised to have learned this, but when you were with Aaron, you had a fiancé yourself, right?
I'm sure I did have one, but he was only making around $80,000 a year. That obviously wasn't enough to afford me for the long haul, and seeing a man before my eyes who's making $1 million a year, well, I couldn't just sit around and let him get away. So that's why I jumped on him.
I can't believe what I'm hearing, but I want to know if Aaron had to pay that guy off as well for you.
Well, of course he has. But Aaron has the money to pay him, so I don't mind. And to be honest, if Aaron wasn't going to offer to pay for me during times like these, I'd leave him in a heartbeat.
You seriously only care about people's money, huh?
Don't feel so jealous about me getting to have him now, okay? It's only fair considering I'm the one with the better butt, and I have to say that my waist has slimmed down quite a bit. If it wasn't for those two things, I'm sure your little pencil body could have kept him on your leash. By the way, we're planning to hand in our marriage papers this week. And thank you again for divorcing him before my belly started to get really large with his baby.
Oh, wow. Really? That's so great.
Blanca, I'm finally at my final month of the pregnancy.
Is that so? Well, I'm pretty busy now, so I'll talk to you another time.
Wait! I can see that you may want to act all okay about what's happening here, but I can tell you're hurting from all this news.
No, I'm over being upset about what's happened, Letitia.
You're really going to keep trying to act all tough in front of me?
I have to leave my house soon.
Slow down for just a little bit longer. I have just a bit more that I'd like to talk about. I get that you might want to get out and get back to whatever work or hobby you're up to, but you're still a single woman with no man to look forward to, so all that work and time you have to get to is for nothing.
I'm serious about not having the time right now. I'm going to be late for the plans I have to pick someone up.
Oh? You have to get there to see them that badly? Who is it?
My boyfriend.
Huh?
Bye-bye.
You already have another man by your side? What the heck, Blanca? What the hell is this piece of mail? What are these test results?
Oh, so those finally showed up at your place then. Well, when I was unpacking all my things after moving into my new place, I happened to find that at the bottom of one of my boxes. It must have gotten in there by accident, so I'm sorry for keeping you both waiting on the news. But that's why you're only getting those results from me now.
I don't give a crap about how these got here and why. I want to know what all of this means for Aaron. What does it mean he suffers from male infertility? He told me that you're the one that suffers with that crap, not him.
And right before the two of us got divorced, we took some tests to see who was in trouble. But I got results back saying there was nothing wrong with me.
Huh? Hold on a second. That means that I'm in trouble now.
I'm the one that's got issues? Blanca, why did you never tell me all of this sooner when you got the results in?
Well, even if I wanted to tell you, we had already gotten divorced by the time I got your results, and so I didn't really care to tell you.
But back then, there was still a bunch of time before Letitia was going to have her dang baby, right?
Well, I'm sorry, but I didn't know that my sister was carrying a baby that wasn't your own at the time.
Huh?
You were the one saying that the baby was yours for sure, and telling you both that the baby wasn't yours would have caused her a lot of stress. And it's not good for the baby to stress their mother when they're still inside. Now stop talking to me, Aaron.
He's asking to get a divorce from me. We had to make sure that we weren't just tripping about him not being able to have a baby, and so we took the baby's DNA, and it of course showed that it's not his. When we learned that he couldn't give me a baby, I wanted to start thinking of ways to help fix him and all of that, but why the hell did you not tell the both of us this a whole lot sooner?
Well, when you were talking about stealing him from me, the results hadn't come out yet for the tests we took.
Seriously?
Whether you were planning on taking my husband at the time away from me or not, or whether we had been divorced yet or not, I didn't know a thing about him being 100% infertile. But I'll tell you that when we were talking before the divorce, I asked him if he wanted me to tell him the results or not of the tests when I got them, and he said he didn't care. So stop trying to act as though I was trying to set you both up or anything like that, because I tried to help you both.
For crying out loud! It seems that my ex-boyfriend has found out about all of this now, and he keeps blowing up my phone about wanting me to test and see if he's the father.
Is that right?
No matter what I try and do now, this is all screwed the frick up.
Blanca, how about the two of us get remarried? After hearing that you were able to have a baby now, I guess I can't complain anymore about you, so I think it'd be fine being back together with you and all that. And I get that I can't give you a baby, but hey, at least now we don't have to worry about protection in bed, right? Well, I'm totally alright with us getting things cooking again. And I'm sure you are too. I'm going to start filling out our marriage forms and we'll be over at your place really soon. I can't wait for you to be my wife again. Blanca, what is going on here? I just went to the apartment that you and I have been living in together. And when I went and knocked on the door for you to let me in, a couple that I've never seen before opened the dang door up. When I asked the landlord what happened to you, she said the day after you and I got divorced, you moved out of the apartment with all of your things. When you do something as important as that, you have to tell me those things, okay? I even heard from your sister that you never go back to your parents' house. So where the hell have you run off to? I can't believe it, Blanca. I heard from a friend of mine that you've gotten married to another man now. Please tell me you're at your new place now waiting for me to show up, okay? You still love me and want me to be your husband again, right? Blanca.
I had totally forgotten that I turned all of the notifications from Aaron off, and so the whole time he was texting me, I never saw a thing. But it's been a week now since his last text, and I have to say I think he's given up on trying to get me to come back. Now, to start things off with what happened afterwards, the baby that my sister ended up having turned out to be the baby of a man she used to be engaged to before going to Aaron. Letitia tried to go back to him, asking for the two of them to get back together, but that didn't work. And somewhere along the way, her ex ended up getting custody of the baby and taking it away from her. So for the kid's sake, that's a huge win right there. Anyway, after what happened to her, she went back to her old ways of stealing men from other women and one day wound up with a man who's in serious debt. As of right now, no one is really sure what happened to her and that man, but they're off the grid now. As for my ex, Aaron, being divorced for a second time due to the fact that the baby was never his and that he couldn't handle the pain of being infertile, he became super depressed and stopped going out and to work. He was later fired from that job and is now having to deal with all sorts of costly things like not being able to pay for his house and having to pay a settlement to Letitia after getting that divorce. So all I can really say about him now is that he's struggling to swim out of the deep end of life.
Hey, Max. Are you there? It's been forever. How have you been?
Wait, Tabitha, is that you? It's been forever.
It is, yeah. And it has been. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well, actually. Thanks so much for asking. It's great to hear from you.
Ah, nice. That's great to hear. I'm glad that things are going well for you. Excellent news.
Man, sorry, I just still can't get over how long it's been since the two of us last talked or even messaged each other.
I know, right? I mean, it's been a whole year and a half since I married my husband and we moved away, if you can believe it.
Wow, has it really been that long already? It's just so hard to wrap my head around, to be honest.
Anyways, I really am sorry for not reaching out to you at all during that time. We moved in with Harry, my husband's parents, and I've been helping to take care of his mom, which has been less than fun, shall we say? To be honest, I'm thinking of divorcing Harry. Oops, did I just send that?
You want a divorce already? Seriously?
I mean, we don't have any kids yet or anything, so I just think it would be better to get out now while it's just the two of us.
Wow, guess that's a good point, but I'm sorry you're going through all this. Do you mind if I ask what's making you want to do something like this?
Well, Harry cheated on me.
You're kidding. Tabitha, I'm so sorry. That's horrible.
And I even got a message from the woman he was seeing, where she was bragging to me about stealing my husband away from me and things like that. She basically confessed to the whole thing just to try and talk down to me.
Sounds to me like she was just trying to start a fight with you, if I'm being honest.
Well, anyways, I think I just want to leave this marriage, collect my alimony, and never have to worry about Harry again. But I know that Harry would just have none of this if I ever brought it up. And I also know that his mom would always take his side and be of no use at all. So lately, I've been thinking of maybe just separating from him for a while and living apart, while I talk to my lawyers about what my options are.
I see. This is all so much to deal with. I'm so sorry you're going through all of this.
I know. I was actually going to visit town again from tomorrow, and I was wondering if you wouldn't want to catch up, eat dinner, and maybe talk more about this in person?
I would love that. Not hearing about all that you're going through, of course, but it would be so nice to grab a meal and catch up with you, Tabitha.
Aw, you've always been so sweet. Do you know that? Okay, then just let me know when would work best to meet, since I don't really have plans yet.
Well, I don't work on the weekends, so really any time on Saturday or Sunday would work for me.
Got it. How about we meet this Saturday around 11 and we can do brunch?
Sure thing. Do you have a place in mind you want to meet at?
I know. We can go to that old cafe that we always used to go to together. Do you know the one?
Of course. It's right downtown. Got it. I'll see you then.
Hey, just what the heck do you think you're doing with my wife, huh?
I'm sorry, may I ask who this is? I don't have your number saved in my phone, it seems.
What do you mean, who is this? This is the wife of the woman that you're seeing, and I want to know what your problem is.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't really tell me anything at all.
My name is Harry. Does that ring any bells for you?
Harry? Oh, you mean like Harry, as in Tabitha's husband, Harry?
No, duh, you little creep. Quit playing dumb with me. I'm not in the mood for it.
You know, we've actually met before. It was at your wedding. We didn't talk for very long, but I remember shaking your hand.
Well, I have no idea who you are, but you have still got some serious explaining to do. I know what you've been trying to hide, so don't bother pretending like you don't know what this is about.
I really do have no idea what this is about, though.
I know that you're having an affair with my wife.
You think I'm having an affair? With your wife?
That's right, and you're going to pay for it.
Max, are you there? Are you okay? I heard that someone attacked you on your way home after we said goodbye to each other after lunch.
Who did you hear all of that from?
I heard it from my husband. He called me and told me all about it. He told me that it happened basically right around the corner from the restaurant. Are you hurt? Is it really bad? Are you okay?
I'm hurt. Things are stinging pretty badly, to be honest. But yeah, it's as you said, right? After you and I broke up, I turned a corner and then wham! Someone just came up from behind, shoved me to the ground, and started kicking me relentlessly.
They attacked you from behind?
That's right. I think that they were trying to ambush me or something like that.
And then they kicked you? That's horrible!
Yeah, they were kicking and stomping and totally ruined the clothes I was wearing. I think he was trying to aim for my face a few times, but thankfully I managed to cover that before he could land a blow. I ended up having to go to the hospital though, and the doctors said it might take as much as 3 weeks to recover.
Oh my gosh, that's so horrible. I know it doesn't make things any better, but I'm glad that there wasn't more serious damage to you. But who attacked you, and why? Do you have any clue? I mean, why would someone do that to you?
Well, I was attacked in the middle of the street, but there still haven't been any witnesses who've come forward. And I think my attacker sprinted off as soon as he was done, so I have no idea who he really was, but...
But what? You think you might have an idea of who could have done this?
I do, and I think it might have been Harry. Your Harry, to be exact.
You're kidding me!
I don't know for sure, so I'm not making any accusations. But as soon as we left the restaurant, I got some strange texts from a man who was calling himself your husband.
You got messages from Harry? What did they say?
Well, he seemed to think that you and I were having an affair with each other.
Wait, what? Did he really say that to you?
I think what happened was that your husband might have thought that I was a man.
Oh, but come to think of it, from the back, because you're so tall and you have that short haircut, not to mention the fact that you were wearing pants and not a skirt or anything like that, maybe that's why he couldn't tell that you're a girl.
He might have been so mad in the moment that he didn't even bother to check who it was he was attacking. Although to be honest, I don't really want to try messaging that number at risk of anything else possibly happening.
But I had no idea that you two had each other's numbers.
Well, we don't at all. But maybe he got my number from looking at your phone?
That has to be it. And I think I might know when he did it, too.
Oh, really? What do you think happened?
Well, the night before I decided to leave the house, I left my phone to charge by my bedside table. But when I woke up the next day, my phone had moved to different places on my nightstand. I thought that I might have just moved it without remembering and didn't really think much of it. Except now that I think about it, it must have been Harry who touched it. I'm so sorry, Tabitha. It was under my nose this whole time and I didn't even know. And now you got hurt because of it.
I did get hurt, yes, but I really don't think you should blame yourself for any of this. You had no way of knowing this would happen. But has Harry said anything to you about any of this at all?
I blocked his number after I left the house, so I wouldn't really know. I just told him that if he wanted to say anything to me, that he should speak to my lawyer instead.
I see. Got it. That's good to know. Thanks.
Do you think that I should unblock him and see if he sent me anything?
No, you shouldn't have to do that just for me. I don't want to do anything that could jeopardize you two getting a smooth divorce.
Well, okay then. I guess I won't change anything. But just please tell me if there's any way that I can help you with anything, okay?
Thank you so much, Tabitha. I promise that I will. And also, one more thing. I did report what happened to the police, and I did say that I think it might have been Harry.
Oh, well, yes. I suppose that was probably the best thing that you could have done.
But since there is no real hard evidence that it was Harry, I don't think that anything is going to happen right away. Still, I just wanted to let you know.
Got it. Thanks for telling me. I'll keep an eye out. You take care of yourself, Max.
Thanks a lot. I'll do my best.
Hey, you punk. I finally figured out your name. It's Max, right? You might think that you can get away with your little affair just because my wife and I are separated and talking about getting a divorce right now. But we're still married and she's still my wife, got it? I know that you two are running around behind my back, but I know the truth. And as one man to another, I am not going to stand by and do nothing about this. I'll beat you up again and take as many times as I need before you learn your lesson.
You know I'm a girl, right?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean that I'm a girl. In fact, I think this is the first time I've ever been mistaken for a man. And just what makes you think that Tabitha and I are having an affair anyways?
Wait, no, hold on, but you were wearing jeans.
Dude, it's the 21st century. I don't know what rock you've been living under, but pants aren't really gendered clothing anymore.
But no, this can't be right. She left home and then you two made plans to meet up. To sleep with each other?
No, we had plans to meet up and talk. After all, we've been friends since we were little, and it had been a long time since the two of us got to talk to one another. And just so you know, I happen to be already married to a man.
What is going on here?
What's going on is that Tabitha and I met up for brunch. You must have already suspected that she was seeing someone behind your back, and so you followed her. I assume you saw us say goodbye in front of the restaurant, but you must not have seen my face. So then, you followed me, pushed me down, and kicked the crap out of me. Does that all sound about right?
But it's... Well, how do I even know that you're really a girl?
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, all the kids these days are dressing funny, you can't tell who is who anymore. How do I know you're not just some really girly-looking dude or something like that?
Well, not that it's only women who can, but I've literally given birth.
Oh, please, anyone can type out a message saying that and send it.
We literally met before at your wedding, and you shook my hand. But I do remember as I walked away, you leaning over to Tabitha and commenting on my height. Do you remember me now?
Hold on a second.
I was wearing a light pink dress with some lace around my sleeves. Ringing a bell?
I remember you now. Hey, what the heck are the cops doing at my place? Did you call the cops on me? I was on the toilet when they started to bang on my front door. I barely had time to pull my pants up before I was in handcuffs. Answer me right now. What is going on here?
Max! I did it! Harry and I are finally, officially divorced. Plus, I was able to sue him for his affair, and now I never have to deal with him again.
That's huge news. I'm so happy to hear that, Tabitha.
And did you hear what else happened to him?
Well, I heard that the husband of the woman he was seeing showed up at his place and beat him to a pulp.
He did! I didn't see it, but I heard about it from some mutual friends. Apparently, he found out Harry was cheating with his wife, and the guy ended up throwing Harry down some stairs. I hear Harry is in pretty bad shape, actually.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad nothing like that happened to me, at least.
It was a huge mess, and this guy broke a bunch of stuff and damaged the house, too. I think he's probably going to be arrested for all of that.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right.
But I'm just glad that I can at least put this behind me.
You must be so exhausted after all this.
I am, but I'm more relieved than anything. What about you? Are you feeling better? How are your injuries?
I actually feel great, thanks for asking. I was also able to get Harry to pay for all my medical bills as part of legal settlement for him assaulting me.
Well, that's good at least. Glad you made pay for what he did as well.
By the way, when things settle down a bit more for you, want to go and grab a bite to eat?
I would love to do that. I'm still unpacking all of my stuff over here, but once I'm done, that would be amazing.
Great. Just let me know when you're free and we'll set up a time. I won't lie, it was a hard 3 weeks of recovery for me. And while I was laying in bed, my husband handled all of the business with the lawyers and the cops and just let me recover. I feel so lucky to have married the man that I did. And it's also good to know that Harry's locked up and behind bars now. Although I heard that he has to walk with a cane for the rest of his life after what that other guy did to him. I don't know why men can be stupid sometimes, but at least they were both punished for their violent outbursts. And even though I ended up getting sucked into all this too, I'm just glad that Tabitha left that marriage before something really bad happened to her.
Hello, Kenyo. Thanks for your hard work today. You received your salary for last month today, right?
Oh, hi, Tina. Yep, I got my salary.
Like we promised, you can't just deposit from your bank account without telling me now that we're living together, alright? You only need 100 euros per month of allowance, right? Let me take care of your salary and all our other finances from now on.
Alright.
What, are you unsatisfied or something? Why? You don't trust me to take care of your salary for you or something?
No, it's not that I don't trust you, but you've told me a lot of things about how we can save money, and I'm impressed at your knowledge. But I'm worried whether I'm going to be able to adopt that lifestyle as well. I've never had to be this careful with money, you see.
Well, you must have had a comfortable life up until now. But I guess you're right. You see, I grew up in a poor household, so this stuff just comes naturally to me. You, on the other hand, are not very good at spending money-wise, after all, can you?
Come on, you didn't need to remind me. I already know for myself.
Yes, I'm telling it to you because I think that saying it directly is for your own good.
Do you really think I'll be able to get by for a month with just 100 euros? That's what you want me to do for now, right?
Yup. Let me take care of all the other financial business, and I promise we'll achieve our goals in no time. I know that this is going to be difficult for you since you've used your money freely up until now, but now is the time to grit your teeth and pull through.
You're right, but I wonder if I'll actually be able to do it. Even when I was in university, I had an allowance of 500 euros per month.
Seriously? Looks like we've got a rich kid over here. On a serious note, are you really that worried? It's really not that hard, Kenyo. All you have to do is not spend money in places you don't need to. Like that road bike you bought last month. You used it a couple times in the first week, and you've never touched it since. How much did that cost exactly?
It's not that I don't want to use it, it's just that I'm too busy. Besides, not spending money in places you don't need to is easier said than done. And yeah, I am worried. But you're going to be making me lunch boxes from now on, so I guess I won't have to use money on lunch anymore. I just think this will cut my expenses by a couple hundred euros. But still, my lifestyle is going to have to change a lot if I'm going to get by with only 100 euros per month.
Alright, then think of it like this. If you're not going to be more careful with your money, then I'm not going to marry you.
What? I don't want that.
I knew that would motivate you. Then let's do our best, shall we?
Right. I'll do my best.
Yup, that's the spirit. Besides, it's not like you're the only one who's going to have to be careful with money from now on. I'm going to limit myself to an allowance of 100 euros per month, just like you.
Hey, Canio. I saw that your wife made that economic lunchbox again. You seriously only have 100 euros per month as your allowance? What's the deal with that? Yeah, still 100 euros. My girlfriend is some sort of money-saving expert, you see, and she wants me not to be so wasteful with my money. But it's not like I have to pay for my food expenses with the 100 euros, and drinking parties and stuff at the company are also separate. So it's really not that bad. Yeah, but you can't buy the stuff you want to buy anymore, right? Doesn't that suck? Well, it took a bit of getting used to. It's not really that bad. You see, I was the kind of person who would unconsciously waste a lot of money on things I didn't need. I'm only receiving 100 euros of allowance per month as a way to... It's actually been working since now whenever I buy something, I first think to myself, do I really need this? Something I had never done before. But the most important thing is that my girlfriend's economic lunchbox actually tastes really good. I actually like my new lifestyle now. But don't we earn 150,000 euros a year? What's the point in going that far just to save a couple euros? I mean, it's not like a couple hundred is going to make a difference, right? Besides, Aren't you a bit sad that you're starting to enjoy this lifestyle of extreme money saving? We're amongst the top earners. We don't need to live like we're in poverty or something, Canio. At least consider the possibility that your girlfriend is conditioning you to become used to a life of poverty with all this saving. Huh? Why in the world would Tina need to condition me to a life of poverty? I know it may seem a bit extreme, but Tina said she grew up in a poor household, so apparently this stuff is normal for her. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It scares me how you just believe what your girlfriend says when she tells you to be more careful with money. You're not even a bit suspicious as to why she's not letting you use your own money? Yeah, but what's wrong with not wasting money? Becoming wiser about how you spend your money can only be a good thing, right? Most importantly, though, the reason I've adopted this new lifestyle is because I'm thinking about our marriage. You just can't spend money however you want once you're married, you know? There's no reason for you to criticize me on this. Come on. What's the point in having money when you're not even going to use it? You say that you're doing this stuff with marriage in mind, but isn't your girlfriend just forcing this lifestyle on you because she wants to spend that money on her own? I don't know, so she can buy expensive bags and stuff? Huh? Are you accusing my girlfriend of using my money behind my back? I'm just saying it's a possibility and you can't just believe everything she says. I've heard of stories where guys give their girlfriends their bank account info, only for both the girlfriend and the money to disappear. Sometimes they can't even track their girlfriend down because she had been using a fake identity the whole time. I mean, as soon as she started living with you, she told you that she would be the one taking care of your salary from now on, right? That's the sign of a woman who only sees men as walking ATMs. Yes, but I believe in Tina. She would never do such a thing. All right, it's your decision, but the guys who got scammed said the exact same thing. I'm 100% sure that she sees you as an easy target. That's probably the only reason why she moved in with you in the first place. Watch it, Antonio. You can insult me, but not my girlfriend. She shows me the bank account once every 10 days. I saw with my own eyes that this new lifestyle of saving money was working, and that she wasn't using my money for anything strange. Is that so? Who knows? Maybe she's just making it look like that. You said she was in charge of your house's finances, right? She could probably do it if she wanted to. No, it's impossible. She keeps detailed accounts on when and where we spend money, which means that there's proof that my girlfriend is not doing anything suspicious, so I have no reason to doubt her. So will you please stop insulting my girlfriend like that anymore? Oh, just don't come crying to me when she pulls a fast one on you and you suddenly have no more money in your bank account.
Kenyo, how was the lunchbox I made for you today? You see, we've been spending a bit too much this month, so I had to be a bit more economic than usual with your lunchbox.
Don't worry, it was delicious.
Really? I'm glad then.
Yep, I've got no complaints. We've been spending too much since we had to buy a new rice cooker, right?
Yes, it's been half a year since you started this new lifestyle, right? I'm a bit worried that you might be getting stressed out because of it. Are you sure it's fine?
Yes, I'm completely fine. You always tell me whenever there are unexpected things we need to spend money on, and your lunchboxes are delicious, so I'm loving this new lifestyle. Letting you take care of our finances was a great decision. I never knew how wasteful I was with money up until now. I'm counting on you from now on as well, alright?
Yep, thanks. It really means a lot to me that you appreciate what I've been doing.
Hey, Canio, I saw your girlfriend made you a poverty conditioning lunchbox again today. Huh? What do you mean poverty conditioning? I've already told you my girlfriend is doing no such thing, Antonio. Cut it out already. Your wife could be dining at a 3-star Michelin French restaurant right now. She brings a lunchbox to work just like me. Is that so? And how do you know she just doesn't throw it away to go eat at a restaurant instead? But my wife's allowance is 100 euros per month, just like me. Hey, Antonio, don't get mad at me just because you got no girlfriend to make you lunchboxes. Huh? You've been teasing me about my wife's lunchbox ever since I came to work with it. It's been 7 months already. To be honest, I was impressed at how you never got tired of it. But I'm tired of it. So could you cut it out already? What did you say? Well then, I think I'm going to continue enjoying the lunch my girlfriend made for me and get back to work. Shut up! Who said I don't have a girlfriend? Hey, Canio? There's something important I need to tell you. What is it? You see, yesterday was a day off for me and I saw something really interesting. What? Just tell me already, Antonio. I saw your girlfriend enter a luxury clothes brand with another man. Huh? You see, I was right. I told you, didn't I? Don't come crying to me, okay? You were right about what? I mean, it's a luxury clothes brand and she entered it with another man. Now for sure we know that she's just been using you as an ATM. Not only that, but she's even cheating on you. I guess you got what you deserve for not listening to my warnings, huh? It must suck to be you right now. You're talking about yesterday noon, right? The luxury clothes brand in Ginza? Yes, and? How did you know she was there? My girlfriend works for them. She's an employee at the luxury clothes brand. Huh? Seriously? But she didn't look like she was wearing a uniform to me. You must have just been imagining things. She already told me that she would be visiting the Ginza shop on company orders. That's probably when you saw her. The person she was with was a colleague of hers which I've met before. Oh, and by the way, she's a woman, not a man. What? That was a woman? Changing topics though. The CEO said that there was something he wanted to tell the employees as soon as the lunch break was over. You better finish your lunch quickly or you won't be able to make it. Damn it. Tina, something terrible has happened.
Kenyo? What's the matter?
My company just went bankrupt.
What?
You see, the CEO of our company spoke in front of all the employees as soon as lunch break was over today and told us about how things haven't been going well for the company. He said they already did whatever they could, but it didn't work and now the company is going bankrupt.
I see. That's a real shame, and I know it's going to be tough for the company employees. But for you, it's...
Yep. I'm not going to let go of this opportunity. You see, I've already talked to some of my colleagues who I think will be useful. It was thanks to our money-saving skills that I was able to go into action immediately without hesitating. Because we had saved so much, we were able to reach the amount we needed faster than I expected. I'm so thankful for you, Tina.
You say it like it's all my doing, but you worked hard as well, didn't you? You didn't go over your allowance of 100 euros per month even once.
Yep. I'm still thankful for what you did, though. I would have never been able to do it without your knowledge, after all.
Yeah, no problem. We can't let our guard down, though. We need to be careful with our money from now on as well. Just because we reached our savings goal doesn't mean you can start being wasteful with your money like you used to be, alright?
Yep, got it. I'm counting on you, Tina. Canio! Hire me at your company as well. And make sure to pay me at least 150,000 euros a year. Hi, Antonio. Hire me at your company and give me a salary of at least 150,000 euro a year. The company's still in preparation. It's fine if it's still in preparation. Just pay me a salary. What in the world is your problem? I thought you got a job at the company our previous CEO introduced the employees to. I quit. Huh? Why? You see, not only was the salary lower than our previous job, but everyone was looking down on me for some reason. It's probably because I was new there or something. But that's not going to be the case at your company because you've hired several former colleagues, right? I'm going to stand at the top and be their leader. Yep, I think your attitude is the problem. I don't think they're necessarily looking down on you more than they don't want to have to put up with you or your nonsense. What? What did you say to me? Sorry, but I already hired everyone I needed. Even if we hired you, we wouldn't have any work for you to do. Fine, at least give me money then. At least until I find a job that pays as well as the previous one. But Huh? You mean without working? And why should I do that? Because I'm a friend in need. If you started a new business, that must mean that you've got plenty of money thanks to your girlfriend's money-saving techniques, right? This is an emergency for me, so you could at least help me a bit, right? Sorry, but we're going to use that money to run the company, so I'm not going to give it to you no matter what. Besides, they gave all of us a bit of money when the company went bankrupt, right? Can't you use that to get by for now? I can't, it's all gone. My girlfriend, you see, she told me that there was no point in dating a man with no money and left with everything I had left. What? Seriously? Well, I feel bad for you, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to be giving you any money, Antonio. I know. If you won't hire me at your company, then give me your girlfriend instead. Huh? Are you alright, Antonio? What you're saying right now is ridiculous even by your standards. It's not ridiculous. If you feel bad for me like you say, then give me your girlfriend. She's an employee at a luxury clothes brand, right? If a woman who works at a place like that and knows how to save money becomes my girlfriend, then it's fine if I don't work. Alright, I've made my decision. You're crazy, Antonio, if you think that either me or my girlfriend would agree to that. Why? I need her more than you, so it's not crazy. Give me your girlfriend right now. No, and Tina's not my girlfriend anymore. She's my wife now. Huh? Your wife? We got married recently. What? Look at you finding happiness and stuff. You got married and are now the CEO of a company. Meanwhile, my girlfriend left with all my money and I'm currently unemployed. This is unfair. Why not apply for financial support or find a job or something? Oh, and you should probably get your girlfriend who fled with your money to give it back. I'm asking you for this favor precisely because I can't do such things. It will be too humiliating. I used to earn 150,000 euros a year. I can't just go and find a new job that will probably pay nowhere near that much. There's no way I'm going to ask my girlfriend to give me the money back either. It would look like I was in need of money or something. So hurry up and get a divorce so you can hand over this money-saving woman to me. Why, you better stop messing around. Finding a job is too humiliating. But what you're doing right now isn't? Huh? Our money-saving lifestyle worked not just because of Tina's knowledge, but also because I grit my teeth and push through. Someone like you who doesn't even want to get a job won't be able to pull it off even if you have my wife to help you. But what am I supposed to do then? I don't have a job and I don't have any money left either. Then go and get a job, you dumbass. You say that like it's easy. It's not my problem. Bye. Antonio was always the kind of person who seemed to enjoy making people mad by looking down on them or insulting them. But apparently, while I was away on a business trip one day, Antonio came to our new company's office with his resume in hand saying, "I'll work for you people." One of our employees kindly explained to him that we weren't currently hiring and turned him away, but he got pissed at this and started going on a rampage. Of course, we called the police on him, and he was taken away with the extra charge of obstruction of official duties for getting violent with the police. At a later date, we made him pay for the equipment he destroyed when he went on his rampage, and also for obstructing work in the office. Antonio went into debt because of this, and it seems that his parents finally found out about his situation around the time and forcefully brought him home into his hometown in the countryside. Apparently, he now works at a 24-hour factory owned by his uncle, barely able to sleep every day because he needs to pay off his massive debt somehow.
Hey, Brian. I'm sorry to bother you during your business trip, but I wanted to ask you about Saturday.
Irene? What is it? I'm busy. So can you please make it quick?
I know, I'm sorry. I was thinking about going to visit my younger brother and his family this Saturday. Do you want to come along?
Your younger brother? You mean Roger? Hold on. Didn't you say his company sent him to their headquarters overseas for a few years? Is he really back?
Yeah, he's back temporarily. It'll just be about 3 months or so. I think he said it had something to do with his visa, but he also has some meetings with people over here, so it was kind of good timing. I didn't actually know about all of this until a few hours ago, but he apparently got back to the country last night.
Oh, well, that's nice.
So yeah, he called me and asked if I wanted to come over and bring the family with me to spend some time together.
Okay, well, let me think. I've got work in the morning on Saturday that'll last me until noon, I think. So as long as it's after that, sure, I can go.
Great. Thanks, Brian. Do you think you could get back home in time to leave around 1 p.m.?
That would be cutting it a little bit close. I'd like to have some time to shower and get some lunch. How about leaving at 2 p.m. instead? Would that be alright?
Yeah, sure. That should be fine. I'll go ahead and tell Roger the good news. I'm so excited to go and see him.
Oh, and by the way, what about his wife Rachel and daughter Millie? Are they gonna be home?
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't be. Oh, you know what? That's right. This will be the first time you've ever met Millie, won't it? She is adorable. I'm sure you'll love her.
Yeah, I'll bet. The last time I saw Rachel was at their wedding. I think, man, to think that Roger got sent overseas just a month after his wedding, that must have been really hard on both him and Rachel. Even worse, Rachel only found out she was pregnant after Roger had already left. They must have had a pretty rough time of things these last few years.
Yeah, I can't imagine how it must have been for Rachel to give birth alone. Fortunately, she was able to move in with her parents while Roger was overseas, and they've been really helpful with taking care of both Rachel and Millie. If it wasn't for them, I don't know how Rachel could have handled all of that by herself. And to think about Roger's situation, too. They've been able to talk using video calls and all that, but he had never held his own almost 2-year-old daughter until yesterday. Wow. Roger told me that the worst part of all this is that Millie doesn't call him daddy yet. The poor guy. I'm sure it'll just take a little bit of time to get accustomed to him, though.
Yeah, that must be pretty hard to deal with. Okay, I need to wrap this up pretty quick. So to confirm, we'll be leaving for Roger's place on Saturday at 2 p.m. Is that right? Anything else?
Yeah, I'll need to call him one more time to make sure the timing will be all right, but I don't see why it would be a problem. So for all intents and purposes, we can consider it a done deal. If something does change, though, I'll be sure to let you know as soon as I can.
Gotcha. Thanks, Irene. Okay, I gotta get back to work now, so I'm not gonna be able to respond to messages for a few hours. Talk to you later.
Thanks for your time, Brian. Enjoy the rest of your day. Brian, did you really have to leave early for work? You said you'd be done after noon. We were having so much fun.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, Irene. I guess there was a big problem at work that they needed me to be there for. But yeah, I had a great time today. It was a lot of fun. We should go back there again soon.
Yeah, for sure.
It had been a while since I'd seen her, but Rachel was just as chipper and lively as I remember her. And that Millie, she's an absolute doll, isn't she? I wish I'd been able to meet her sooner. She was such an angel.
Yeah, she's adorable. Lucky for you, too. She took a liking to you right away, didn't she? She was playing with you just about the whole time you were there. Now that I think about it, she called you Daddy when you first walked in the door, didn't she? That was cute.
Yeah, that was a big surprise to me, too. I wonder if maybe Millie just calls all the adult men she meets Daddy. You know, kids will sometimes call their school teachers Mom by mistake.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You know, I bet it was more to do with her real father, Roger, being overseas for nearly all her life. She probably doesn't really understand the concept of father very well.
Maybe. But man, she really was a little darling. I might just have to kidnap her away from Roger, lock her in our basement, and make her think she's my daughter instead.
Roger, that's super duper creepy. Like, seriously gross. Come on, what are you thinking saying something like that to me? Knock it off, and don't ever talk like that again, alright?
Whoa, relax, Irene. Jeez. Sorry, I didn't mean for you to get so upset like that. It was just a joke, okay? I was just joking. I'm not really gonna kidnap her.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a funny one. It was just creepy and weird. What was even the joke there? That you're secretly a kidnapping psychopath? Not to mention, Millie is Roger and Rachel's daughter, and she's our niece.
Yeah. I know that.
How do you think the two of them would feel if you told that joke in front of them? You'd be lucky if Roger didn't punch you right in the face. So stop trying to be a comedian, because if all you've got are jokes like that, your career is going to go nowhere fast.
All right, I got it. I'm sorry, Irene. Really.
Ugh, sometimes you are so bizarre, Roger. I'm going to take a shower. See you in the morning.
Okay. Good night, Irene.
Hey, Roger, you got a minute? I wanted to talk to you about something.
Hey, Irene. Thanks again for stopping by last Saturday. It was great to see you and Brian again. Sorry he had to leave early, though.
Actually, Brian is the person that I wanted to talk to you about.
Really? Is something going on with him?
Well, this is really hard to say, and I know it's not going to make you happy to hear, but I'm suspicious about Brian and Rachel.
And by suspicious, you mean...
I think Brian and Rachel are having an affair.
What? Oh, are you talking about how Millie was calling Brian her daddy?
I'm sorry, Roger. I really hate myself for feeling this way. I mean, accusing my own husband of having an affair with my own brother's wife? But I just can't keep the thought of it out of my mind. I mean, honestly, would a little girl like that really call some man she's never met her daddy? Once I got a weird feeling about that, it's been stuck in my mind ever since. I can't seem to flush it out no matter what I do.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Put yourself in my shoes. This is my daughter, who's almost 2 years old. I haven't even met her, and in all that time, I've been working my butt off in a foreign country. And then when I finally get home, she won't even call me daddy? It really sucks.
And it's not just the calling him daddy thing. She seemed really friendly with him, like they'd played before together a bunch of times in the past. The more I think about it, the more suspicious details I notice. So, yeah, I just can't get the thought out of my head that maybe Millie's real father is actually Brian. It's not that I want to feel this way. I'm not trying to hurt you, but like I said, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Brian says that he had never been to your house, but did you notice how he didn't need to ask where the bathroom was? He just went right to it. He acted like he was already familiar with the layout. So it seems to me like he has seen Rachel after the wedding. He has been to your house before, and he has met Millie a bunch of times. At least that's how I feel.
Man.
I'm really sorry to bring this up to you, Roger, but I just couldn't bear to keep these feelings bottled up inside anymore.
Nah, you don't have anything to be sorry for. Thanks for telling me all this, Irene. But I do think that we shouldn't come to any big conclusions without having any hard evidence.
I know. All we have is circumstantial evidence, nothing actually definitive.
Right. I think what we should do next is just keep a watch on them for a while, to look for any other odd behavior.
Did you have a sort of plan in mind?
Yeah, I told you. I'm in the same boat as you. It's been bothering me ever since Millie was calling Brian daddy last Saturday. So I think the best thing to do is the one surefire, 100% reliable way to find out the truth of the matter.
What are you thinking?
For now, do you think we could meet and discuss things in person? This conversation is going to be a pretty important one. I don't want to have to do it through text. We'll be able to communicate better in person than by sending one message at a time. I get out of work at around 5 p.m. tomorrow. Do you think we could meet up at a cafe or restaurant or something to talk?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll meet you at the cafe by the bus station downtown at 6 o'clock. Is that okay?
Sure. That sounds great. See you then.
Thanks, Roger. I'll see you tomorrow.
You too, Irene. Good night. Hey, Irene. Just checking to make sure you got home all right. Thanks for meeting with me today.
Yep, I just got home a few minutes ago. The plan you came up with was pretty good. I think that would be the perfect way to figure out if they're hiding something from us.
Yeah, and hey, if it turns out that they're innocent, then that's fine. All's well that ends well.
Yeah, and if they really are incorrect, then we agree that we'll both go to them and apologize for ever doubting them, right?
Yeah. If they're innocent, they'll definitely deserve an apology. Irene? What's going on here? Why did your lawyer send me these divorce papers?
So they served you with no issues then. That's good to know. If you need to contact me, I'll be at my parents' house.
Would you mind telling me just what the hell's gotten into you? Why are you trying to divorce me? What did I do to deserve this? I've been nothing but good to you.
Nothing but good, huh? Do you really think you haven't done anything to deserve this? Really?
Irene, if you've got something to say, then say it. Spit it out. Don't beat around the bush.
Okay, fine, I'll get to the point. I know that Millie isn't really Roger's daughter. Actually, I'm pretty sure that she's yours.
What? What in the world are you talking about? Are you nuts? Millie is Roger and Rachel's daughter. You and I both know that. There's no way I could be Millie's real father.
No way? No way at all. Are you sure about that? Okay, then would you mind explaining why Millie calls you Daddy? And why you knew the layout of the Rogers house without asking?
We've been through this before. She doesn't understand what it means to call someone Daddy. She only met her daddy just a few weeks ago. And as for her house, I knew where the bathroom was because I saw Roger going in there before I went. It's not like it was some labyrinthine maze or something. It was just a 2-story suburban house.
She did know he was her daddy, though. They had talked on video chat countless times over the last several years. Admit it, Roger, Millie called you Daddy because you are her father. And you knew the layout of the Rogers house because you've been there tons of times before.
I told you none of that is true.
You're still sticking to your story, then?
Hey, if you've got some kind of evidence that I'm lying, then let's see it. And if you don't have any, then I think you'd better start apologizing to me pretty goddamn quick. Do you have any idea how much it hurts to have your wife accuse you of having an affair? And having a child with her own brother's wife? What's wrong with you?
Oh, I can imagine it would hurt very much to have your wife accuse you of an affair. But can you imagine how much it hurts to be cheated on, you good-for-nothing jerk?
Hey, you can't talk to me that way!
I do have evidence, Brian.
You do?
Yes, I do. First, Roger took some of his and Millie's hair and had a paternity test done.
And, what were the results?
The results were conclusive. Roger is not Millie's father. Next, when Roger told Rachel about the paternity test, what do you think she told him, Brian? What do you suppose she said next? I'll tell you what she told him. Everything. She told him all about your affair and how you've been going to see her and Millie regularly and about how you've been lying about going on business trips to see them. Everything.
Yeah, that must be pretty hard to deal with. Okay, I need to wrap this up pretty quick. So to confirm, we'll be leaving for Roger's place on Saturday at 2 p.m. Is that right? Anything else?
Yeah, I'll need to call him one more time to make sure the timing will be right, but I don't see why it would be a problem. So for all intents and purposes, we can consider it a done deal. And yes, you were fully aware that Millie was your daughter. I know about that too. So you shouldn't have acted surprised when she called you Daddy that day, because according to Rachel, you've been telling her to call you Daddy.
That's not...
Oh, would you just give it up already? You're not fooling anyone, Brian. Act like a man for once in your life.
Damn it. Fine! I admit it! I was sleeping with Rachel. I'm Millie's father. I was cheating on you for the last 2 years. There! Are you happy now? Huh? You happy, Irene?
Honestly, why did you ever agree to go to their house with me? Didn't you think that you would do something that would tip us off to your affair?
Yeah. Well, I'd spent so much time talking to Rachel about how to act in order to not raise any suspicions that I completely forgot about the fact Millie always calls me Daddy.
That was a pretty massive oversight.
Now come on, Irene, let's talk about this. Don't divorce me!
Are you joking? Did you think there was any chance that I would forgive you? You betrayed not only my trust, but my brother's trust too. Do you have any idea what kind of damage you've done to my family?
I'm gonna break it off with Rachel, okay? That would solve everything!
And what about Millie, huh? What are you gonna do about her?
Well...
In any case, there's not a single thing that you could do to change my mind. We're through. I'm going to sue both you and Rachel for your affair, and I'll be expecting a lump sum payment, so be ready for that. I suggest you get right to work sorting out the financing, because it's going to be a big judgment. Oh, and Roger's going to sue you too, of course, just so you're not surprised.
Damn it! This is the worst! How can you do this to me, Irene? I'm your husband, aren't I? Don't you have any feelings for me at all? We've been through so much together. You can't just end it like this.
1, you're not going to be my husband for much longer. 2, no, I have 0 feelings left for you. And 3, I absolutely can and will end it like this.
Wait, Irene! Let's talk this over first!
If you want to communicate with me, you can talk to my lawyer. Goodbye.
Millie's not my daughter!
What the? We haven't spoken in a year, and this is how you open our conversation?
You'll never believe what Rachel did to me, Irene. After we divorced, Rachel and I decided to get married and raise Millie together as a normal family. But it turns out, I wasn't the only guy she was sleeping with way back then. She had another boyfriend. And when we had a paternity test done, it turns out that Millie was his, not mine.
Wait a minute. You got married without even getting a paternity test on Millie?
Why would I get a paternity test? I thought Rachel loved me. She told me I was the only guy she loved.
I am shocked. Shocked to find out that Rachel was unfaithful to you. Really, I am.
Right? I couldn't believe it when I found out either. But anyway, I'm breaking it off with her. So now we can get married again. I missed you so much, Irene.
Are you drunk, Brian?
I've never seen things more clearly than right now, Irene. You and I were made for each other. Now once we're married again, will my monthly payments for the lawsuit stop automatically? Or are you gonna have to do some kind of paperwork? I bet if you could talk to your lawyer, he can tell you how it gets done. I doubt it'll be too complicated. It's gonna be so great to start living with you again, baby. Are you still at your parents' house? When can I bring my stuff over? I actually need to get out of my current apartment ASAP. I'm way behind on rent. Oh, and let's go out to have a nice dinner to celebrate. My credit cards are all over their limit, so if you can spot me for tonight, I'll pay you back once I get those other bills paid off.
I'm married, Brian.
You what? But we've only been divorced for a year!
2 months after we divorced, my dad introduced me to the son of one of his coworkers. He had gotten divorced after his wife cheated on him, so we both know from experience just how important fidelity is in a marriage. Plus, he's a super nice guy, and pretty hot too. We hit things off right away and got married 4 months after meeting. I'm also pregnant with our first child right now, so things are going pretty well for me.
No way. I don't believe this!
Hey, wait a second. Now that I think about it, you're just saying that Rachel was cheating on Roger with someone other than you, didn't you? I'd better tell Roger then. This means he has one more person to sue. Thanks for the tip, Brian. I really appreciate it.
Wait, Irene, no! That's not what I wanted to happen!
And with that, I'd like to leave you with my favorite Taylor Swift song. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Now never contact me again, you moron.
Irene, please!
I told Roger about Rachel's other affair, and he had his lawyers get right to work on finding his identity. It didn't take more than a week to get a name and an address, so now he's in the process of settling a lawsuit with that guy. What's more is that this other guy was married too, and when his wife found out, she divorced him. Now he's got 2 lawsuits on his hands. When Rachel found out that Brian had spilled the beans about her other affair, she was livid. They got into a massive shouting match, which slowly but surely escalated into an all-out brawl. In the middle of this fight, they both fell down the stairs and hit their heads on the wall. Their neighbors heard the noise and called an ambulance. And when the 2 of them woke up, they were told that their injuries that they sustained would impact their ability to walk for the rest of their lives. To be honest, I don't really have any pity for them at all. It's really a matter of their chickens coming home to roost. But what did give me concern was the number 1 victim of Rachel and Brian's heartlessness, the now 3-year-old Millie. She was in a bad enough position being raised by those 2 soulless monsters, but now that they were both permanently and severely handicapped, what was going to happen to her? Fortunately, a family member of Rachel's, who seems to be a pretty good person, decided to take Millie in, and they're currently working on officially adopting her as their daughter. Hopefully they can provide her with the stable and nurturing home environment that she deserves.